They're making major news over their CRT views. I speak of a father and daughter speaking out against critical race theory, whose viral video seems to have struck a chord with a lot of people. Take a look, lookers.
Daddy teaches you can be anything in this world that you want to be, right? Don't Daddy teach you that?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're black or white or any color. And if they're nice and smart.
See, this is how children think right here. Critical race theory wants to end that. Not with my children. It's not gonna happen. We need to stop CRT. Period. Point blank. Children do not see skin color, man.
Here to comment on that video and more is author, activist, and TV host Candace Owens. Candace? This is the only way I can get you on the show now, because you were one of the smart people that got the hell out of, like, Washington or New York, and you're down in where, Tennessee?
I'm in Tennessee.
How do you like it there?
I absolutely love it. It's so nice to be off of the coast because you realize that actually sane people do exist. They're just not in LA or New York.
Yes. Do you miss the big cities?
Not at all. Not 1 minute.
Mm-hmm. How's your baby? It's what now, 7 years old?
No, he's just 4.5 months. He's doing so well. He's sleeping through the night, so I've got no complaints, and he's pretty cute. I'll tell you that much.
Well, you named him Greg, right? So that was nice.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah. What did you make of this video when you first saw it?
Okay, first off, I was jealous because this girl is so much cuter than me. She's on the internet and she's going viral. I was just like, she's stepping on my turf and she's absolutely adorable. And I instantly got in touch and I said, how do I book her for my show? Because she's a star.
Yeah.
And then, obviously what they're talking about is so important beyond her being cute. It's just a subject matter. And it's sad that something so simple is so impactful, because it should be like 1 + 1 = 2, right? Like, kids don't see color. We used to all know that. And it's sad that that is so impactful, but it's so powerful to hear her say that, to know that there are still parents that are raising their children correctly, to know that there's still, a adorable minority girl, a black girl who's saying that this is the stuff that matters. And we have so many adults that are trying to pervert that, to make you believe that children should see race, that they should only see things in terms of either oppression or privilege. So, kudos to her. I hope she does more videos. I really do think she's a talent, and she makes it so simple.
Mm-hmm. The people who defend CRT will say they are like they are distorting what it really is. Is that true? I think everybody is pissed off because they know exactly what it is.
No, they're not distorting anything, and we all know the stories that are coming out of schools. I mean, I have a girl that I used to babysit for who's in high school, and the things that they're teaching them, on a day of school, and I'm being serious here, on a day of school, they're meant to go around the classroom. If you have white skin, you're supposed to tell them why you feel guilty about having white skin. This is in New York City, by the way. Why you feel guilty that your skin is white. I cannot comprehend that. That's incomprehensible to me, because when I was growing up, we never talked about color because we didn't see it. What they're trying to do is systematically program children to see color because they want them to eventually become activists, and they want them to hate one another. They see an opportunity in division. If you can teach them to be divided young, then you can turn them into activists and angry people that become Antifa marchers when they're older.
I'm still thinking about what it would be like to have you as a babysitter. So what should how do you get rid of this stuff? Like, if you're just parents, I mean, like, you go and you show up at these meetings and then you go viral, but does that start? I mean, how does somebody fight this stuff? I don't have kids, so it's like I don't have to worry about this stuff.
Yeah, well, I will tell you this. That's the #1 question that I get on the road. Parents to go, what do I do? What do I do? And I look back at them and I get kind of angry because I'm like, listen to what you're asking me. You're asking me what you should do with your child when a predator is at bay, right? I mean, the concept that you're asking what you should do when somebody is trying to harm your child, because that's what's going on in these classrooms, whether it's the pornography that's being taught, the critical race theory that's being taught, the classroom environment has become predatorial. And you're asking me what you should do. What would you do if any predator went after your child? You would yank them out of the school. You would fight tooth and nail to make sure that they were not exposed to this stuff. I just want to remind any parent that is watching this show, you are the parent, not the government, not the teachers. You are the parent, and you should always make sure that your children are not becoming prey.
That's a very good point. I got one more. Applaud. Why do they always applaud more for the guests than they applaud for me? Maybe because having an audience was a bad idea. I love your Twitter feed because you go after people in such a strong and independent way, mainly because, it's so obvious, like, you got nothing to lose, and I guess you would do that anyway. You've been pretty hot on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. What are your thoughts on them?
Oh, so many thoughts. Yeah, I actually, as far from thinking that I have nothing to lose, I have an entire country to lose, and that's why I say whatever I want, Regarding Harry and Meghan. Thank you. I love this audience. It's amazing.
Yes.
Regarding,
they're all drunk, Candace. That's how they survived New York.
Yeah, right. But regarding, Harry and Meghan, and speaking of losing countries, it's hard to make two countries angry at you, but somehow they've done it. And the reason why I talk about it, and so many conservatives will say, oh, what do we care, the king and the queen? I'm married to a Brit. And now I'm starting to understand, like, what the king and the queen and the royals and what they actually represent is tradition. They represent conservatism in that country, something that's been a bedrock and has existed forever. And what Meghan represents is this leftist, narcissist, tear it down because we think we're better and everything that we can do is new. So I speak out against it because it's a larger discussion that we're having right now across, the entire West right now about the left and how they want to tear everything down, tear down tradition and create something that's neo and something that's ultimately Marxist.
Right.
So I can't stand her. I think Harry's a total dud. It's obvious. The whole world knows that she doesn't love him, but he somehow thinks she's making him wake up. And now I realize everything's wrong. And all I have to do is talk to Oprah. And once I speak to Oprah, everything will be better.
That's amazing. Good impression. Well, Candace, thank you so much. Where can people find your new TV show, which is doing great?
dailywire.com/subscribe, and you can use my code Chrissy, like Chrissy Teigen, Chrissy, to get a little bit off, a discount.
Thank you, Candace. Talk to you soon.